Now I would like to give the floor to the Honourable Mr. Saddam Hosein, Minister of Land and Legal Affairs, Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago.
It is an honor to address this conference on behalf of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago on this important theme, a future free from terrorism. Over the next few days, we gather as a global community to share our experiences and offer solutions to maintain peace, stability, and good governance to the nations of the world. But what does a future free of terrorism mean? From where all of us stand, because of our different experiences, we all have a different view on its meaning. However, we as a world now have to grapple with a minority of persons whose only motive is to create fear, chaos, and destruction. Terrorism has evolved into such a fluid concept that countries all over the world had to engage their various legislatures to capture the widest definition. It has morphed from revolutions to physical bombings, mass killings, and now weaponizing technology as a form of terrorism. It continues to evolve across borders, exploiting technological innovation, transnational criminal networks, online platforms, and increasingly sophisticated financing mechanisms. These developments underscore a fundamental reality. Terrorism cannot be effectively addressed by any single state, institution, or sector acting alone. As a small developing state in the Caribbean, we too had our experience with terrorism. In the year 1990, a group of extremist individuals attempted a coup d'etat by the use of violence to overthrow the then sitting government. It remains a sad day in our history, but certainly it was a learning experience. Geographically, Trinidad and Tobago is a dot in the world. Putting it in perspective, the land size of Trinidad can fit 2,000 times in America. But this teaches us one thing: we are not too big or we are not too small for a threat. We must always be vigilant and ready. Our population size is approximately 1.4 million persons, and we boast a world of our cosmopolitan nature. Our national anthem underscores the point quite effectively, where it says, "Here every creed and race finds an equal place." We live in a country where we celebrate everyone: Hindus, Muslims, Christians, Buddhists, and the list goes on. Hindus and Christians will join Muslims in the celebration of Eid, and the same for Diwali and Christmas. We're extremely tolerant and sensitive to each other's belief. I say that to emphasize the point that when dealing with issues of terrorism, we must be extremely sensitive and mindful of the cultural and religious sensitivities of the issue. We can all admit that when addressing this controversial issue of terrorism, there have been groups and individuals who may have felt attacked and marginalized. This conference will hopefully teach and sensitize many of us in this august chamber on how to deal with these issues in our individual states. Equally, we remain committed to implementing measures to criminalize terrorist acts and terrorist financing, implemented targeted financial sanctions, facilitate international cooperation, strengthen border security, and prevent the misuse of financial and non-financial systems by terrorist actors. We remain committed to implementing the standards of the Financial Action Task Force, FATF, and we are also mindful of the repatriation efforts of individuals in conflict zones. As you know, on the 3rd of June 2026, Trinidad and Tobago was elected to a non-permanent seat on the United Nations Security Council for the year period 2027-2028. We are grateful for the overwhelming mandate we received from UN members and pledge to ensure that our tenure on the Council is utilized to advance the initiatives contained in the United Nations Global Counter-Terrorism Strategy. A future free from terrorism requires us to remain vigilant, have unconditional resolve, and demonstrate strong political leadership in responding to emerging threats. In Trinidad and Tobago, this leadership can be found in the Honourable Kamala Persad-Bissessar, Senior Counsel, Prime Minister, who ensures our country relentlessly commits to combating terrorism in all of its forms. Trinidad and Tobago condemns terrorism. As we work collectively towards a safer and more secure world, let us reaffirm our shared responsibility to confront terrorism through cooperation, solidarity, and decisive action. I thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Excellency, for your statement.